it should show forth the agitation of the youth, of the whole people, the children, the yet unborn, and future generations. My brother, we might not be opportune to live in good countries, or might not be opportune to have been in good countries. For those who have been there, no, those who are there have worked for their generation. And we are healing and running helter-skelter to go there because we find it to be a place for our generation to stay. But who are we not to fight for our own self in this country? I was not happy. I know my principal will say I'm a lazy boy. That's why I'm not in office today. But it is inconsequential. What matters most that Winston Churchill has said. He said, without courage in life, man has no value. He said, courage is highly estimable. Without courage, you cannot achieve nothing. I'm telling you, even the whites that have colonized us are bastards, I tell you. They are totally irresponsible governments. And they must come and join us to repair what they have destroyed over decades, taking us as slavery. A lot of people's names were not.
Another challenge you, double challenge you. Another challenge you, double challenge you. The plan which you set, you must dissolve it. Another challenge you, this one serious challenge you. Another challenge you, double challenge you. You tell us we are lazy, we come to tell you. We are vibrant youth, we are not lazy at all. Another challenge you, another challenge you, another challenge you.
So what are you talking about? Fight for your rights. Do everything you can do to help yourself.
They are doing protests now in Nigeria. Watch, many people who will not go for these protests are all those who like going for crusade. Watch. They will not go now and do protests for the good of the country. But once there is a post around for 3 days power-packed crusade, destiny-changing crusade, you will see them there. You are not aware. You are not balanced. They are talking about now changing the country. It doesn't enter. Let one advertisement of God and come and put a poster for crusade. Go and see the number of people who will go there. If you are here and all you do, you go for crusade, but you cannot go and participate in peaceful protest to make your country right. You are heavenly conscious and earthly useless. You should actually tell God to take you away from this world. And these people are people who are praying for long life. Why are you praying for long life when you're already living like people in heaven? Tell God to take you now. Since you don't know how to live here. Let me tell somebody, be balanced, be balanced, be balanced. There is nothing wrong in being spiritual. But like we say, being spiritual does not make you to become politically stupid or ignorant. Socially stupid or ignorant. You know, be balanced in life. Life is bigger than the circle of this church. I have no problem. And sometimes it's even your wrong understanding of what spirituality is. That was the Jesus' criticism to the Pharisees in Matthew 23. He said, you pay your tithe of mint and rue and dew, but you trample on the poor and all of that. He said, you could have done this without neglecting the order. That's why he said, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and to God what belongs to God. You can't be a good Christian if all you do is pay tithe and you don't pay tax. I've always said you pay your tax and you hold your government to account for it. That's what this protest is all about. What are the demands of the protest? Very simple. Reform the police. Is it a bad thing? Is it a political party statement? Reform the police. Pay our policemen and women better. Give them incentives. Let their children have free education if the country cannot provide free education for every other person, because the job they are doing is risky. Is it a wrong request? It's not a wrong request. Make our, what do you call them? Members of the House, senators, members of the National Assembly, what do you call them? House of Rep, Abi. Let their salaries be the same with doctors, lecturers, teachers. Is it a bad request? Anybody who doesn't want to be and feel that the salary is small, the person should do what? Leave the chamber. Is that a bad request? It's not a bad. That's what we are asking for through this protest. And if they do these things, Nigeria will begin to become better. It's not by presidential decree that you are changing the name of SARS to SWAT. No, that's not what we're asking for. We want a legislation. Decentralize the police. That's what this protest is all about. It's a fair asking. Be balanced. It takes prayer and protest. Prayer and what? Protest. Prayer and peaceful protest to change a country. It's not even an election. This protest is not about the president must go. No, the president must not go. He must stay and do this thing that the people who have elected him. We are the employers. The people are the employers. He must stay and do these things. These reasonable requests. Can I hear amen? So be balanced. It's about balance. Jesus said, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. You are in the world. Though you are not of this world, but you are in the world. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 17. Honor the emperor and worship God. Be a good citizen. That's all he's saying. Be a good citizen. Do everything a citizen should do. Be in politics. Partake in it. It's not only prayer, and say and binding that will change this country. Be part of it. Live a balanced life.
Highlights of the graduation ceremony were tactical demonstrations by the graduating students and other special forces personnel. These include a maritime assault demonstration at the RTC Annex Training Pool, obstacle crossing demonstrations, and air-ground assault simulation exercises, while the K9 team was not left out. These special forces and combat search and rescue graduates are the 9th set to be trained by the NAF in the last 5 years. Air Officer Commanding Ground Training Command says it will complement the over 1,200 NAF personnel trained both overseas and locally to boost capacity.
As a command, on the performances of the trainees in the field are very good, comparable to any training from similar military institution across the world. This is in line with the objective of the command, which is to produce highly qualitative, non-technical manpower for the Nigerian Air Force in accordance with the Chief of the Air Staff vision, which is, I quote, to reposition the Nigerian Air Force into a highly professional and disciplined force through capacity building initiatives for effective, efficient, and timely employment of air power in response to Nigerian national security imperatives.
Awarding the best graduating students, the Chief of Air Staff says it is gratifying to note that their training at the base is yielding the expected benefits.
Since its inception in 1964, the Nigerian Air Force, this is the first time the Nigerian Air Force is giving special attention to the issue of special forces training. Since its inception, the Nigerian Air Force Special Forces has been used effectively for force protection, force projection, as well as base defense, among others. I'm exceedingly happy to note that today that our Special Forces personnel have performed commendably well when deployed in conjunction with other security agencies in various operational theaters. Their performance has proven that enhancing the capacity and capability of our personnel is the best way of ensuring the attainment of our operational goals and objectives. It is indeed gratifying to note that their training here is yielding the expected benefits. Our aircrew in all operational areas today are more confident to go knowing fully well that they have a highly trained combat search and rescue personnel on standby should there be the need to rescue them in the event of any mishap. So I am extremely delighted that we are making substantial progress, not only in terms of force protection, but also in terms of combat search and rescue.
With the war against insurgency and armed banditry still raging across different theaters in the country, Nigerians will expect that the capacity building initiatives will yield the required benefits.